All right, folks, on to our next segment, NHL Newfie of the Week. As always, we're joined by our great friend, Caleb Smith. How are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm great, Trevor. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem, man. Always happy to get some insight from our Newfoundland NHL players. Uh, Without further ado, buddy, take it away. You have the floor.
All right, this week we're going to highlight the first goaltender from Newfoundland and Labrador to step foot on NHL ice, and he's actually only one of two goalies to make it from Newfoundland, and we'll get to the second guy another week. But yeah, Doug Grant from Corner Brook is who we're going to be focusing on this week. And this
Awesome.
is a fun fact for our good friend Ryan Whitney over at Spit and Chicklets. Doug Grant actually played in the inaugural Quebec Pee Wee tournament with the Corner Brook Royals.
That's a sick stat.
He didn't win it, but he played in the first one, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Before he went to the NHL, he played 5 seasons in the Newfoundland Senior Hockey League with Corner Brook Royals. And then in 73, 74, he finally got his chance in the show with the Detroit Red Wings. And he played there until 75, 76. And then in 76, 77, he went over to play with the St. Louis Blues, where he played until 79, 80. His total NHL career stats, he played 77 games for a record of 27 wins, 34 losses, and 8 ties. He did have 2 shutouts, which is probably the highlight of his NHL career.
Yeah.
Because,
No Vesnas?
oh, man, his goals against average, he ended off with a 4.0, and his career save percentage is .845. So,
It was different back in the day. It was different
Yeah,
back in the
obviously.
day. You
There's
can't
high
look at
scoring
it.
back in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
this was before the dead puck era, so we gotta, take this with a grain of salt, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, he still made it to the show, so props for Doug Grant.
Yeah, big time, man.
Yeah. Good job, Dougie. Wicked.
Yeah, man, Corner Brook guy making it. Jeez, I never even knew that. That's cool. I'm in Corner Brook now. I don't think I'm gonna make it, but
Is
it's
there
great
like
for
a-
the young Corner Brook goalies?
Is there a Doug Grant Avenue or something?
No, I don't think so. I haven't even been
You'll have
down
to
at
look
the
it up.
stadium
He
yet.
probably does have a nice few things dedicated to him, like
Yeah.
probably some sports facilities or something.
Do you know if he's the only guy from Corner Brook to make the
No,
show?
I believe there's a few more that we'll get to
wow.
eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think Terry Ryan played a couple years in Quarter Brook in the senior men's league.
Oh, okay, with the Royals.
Yeah, I don't know if they're still the Royals, but I know he was over there for at least 2 seasons.
Nice.
For
They
sure.
got the Deer Lake. What's the Deer Lake team called? Jeez,
Red
nobody
Wings.
knows that. Red Wings. Is it?
Yes, Deer Lake Red. They used the red Detroit logo and everything. You just got Deer Lake
Wow.
above it.
Wow, they should have he should have played for the Deer Lake Red Wings and went play with
Yeah.
Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah.
That's cool. Does Stephenville have a team?
I don't think so. They probably did back in the day, but not currently. No.
No. So how many teams is it, like Western Senior League or something?
I honestly don't know. They've combined. They've merged that many leagues in Newfoundland now. I think there's only 2 on the go. There's the Avalon League and the I'm not even sure. I wouldn't be able to tell you. The Western League probably what Corner Brook
Yeah.
and Deer Lake, teams like that.
Yeah, I've never followed the Avalon one. I'm gonna start getting that on the go. I think start going to games and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got the Renegades there. Are they the
Yeah.
Renegades? And
Renegades, Seabees, Paradise just got a
Caribou.
team. Paradise Warriors. There's
Oh, nice.
there's a nice few in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's competitive hockey. I must say, like it's really good. Like we got guys like Aaron Ashton come in and play for the Gander Flyers in the league. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty competitive hockey.
Superstars.
Yeah,
Every team gets 3 imports like the European leagues.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty insane when you think about it that this guy played in Corner Brook in the 70s and ended up carving out a backup role in the NHL. I mean, especially with the limited scouting. I mean, imagine how weird it must have been for him to move into the United States from playing hockey in Newfoundland. It must have been a big change, and the fact that he actually got scouted and made it is pretty impressive. He must have been really good around this area. And
I'd say he got scouted at like the Pee Wee Invitational when they were in Quebec or whatever. And then I'd say just got asked to move somewhere on the mainland because it's so hard to scout, especially must have been back in the 70s and that.
Yeah,
Just
all
got
you had was a
Newfoundland.
sheet of paper, man, and you can't. There was no internet. You couldn't go and search up
Well,
some
you-
guy's videos. I mean, it's just a piece of paper, basically.
Yeah.
Well, that was back in the '60s, right? Because he only debuted in the
That's true.
NHL
Oh,
in
yeah, you're right.
73. Yeah, so this was way back in the day.
Yeah,
He was probably in the Quebec PV tournament right when Faulkner was like debuting in the show.
Mm-hmm.
wow.
If
Yeah, I
any of
mean,
our listeners
it's
of this
different.
podcast missed the last podcast, we did Alex Faulkner. Go give it a
Yeah.
listen.
I'll try my best not to mention any other Newfies until I do a episode about them.
Don't want to give
Yeah.
them all away.
Yeah.
No
We'll
more
have
spoilers.
thousands. When you run out of Newfies, it'll be Ontario NHL players of the week.
Oshawa players for Trevor.
You'll be here
Yeah.
for 18 years. Yeah. Anyways, man, that was good. You know,
Yeah,
I
thanks
had
for
no
coming on,
idea.
Caleb.
I had no idea. If you came up to me outside one day and said, "Steven, man, what's the first NHL goalie from Newfoundland?" I'd be clueless. But now I've learned a little bit, and I thank you for that information, man.
Well, no problem. Hopefully I'll be able to give you some more insight next week too with a brand new
Yeah.
Newfoundlander.
I can't
I
wait,
hope
man.
so, man.
We'll see you then.
All right,
See
see you
you,
next
man.
week, boys.
All right, take care, buddy.